Here's 5 tips to make your Duet Night Abyss experience better. In the Ice Lake Sewers and the Lonza Fortress, you can find 2 copies of the best Genimon in the game, Boxy. This Genimon gives you a universal drop rate increase, which works on pretty much everything in the game. With multiple copies to ascend him, you can get yourself up to 15% drop rate increase. To find him, go to the locations I'm showing you, and then open the chests. You will find Boxy in it. Once you have the 2 copies, you can level and ascend him by feeding one of the copies into the other. After the 2 free copies, you can find more in the fortress, although this will be luck based and not guaranteed. You can ascend him a second time by using a Yum Yum milk that you can obtain every month in the theater shop. Ascending him will also give you a modest amount of experience, which brings me to my second piece of advice, how to get account experience. If you open the menu, you can click on this button to see trial experience sources. As you can see, most of your experience comes from ascending characters and weapons, as well as collecting one of every single demon wedge. I would prioritize collecting demon wedges until you are only missing a couple ones. Some loot pools can be difficult to complete, so when you feel like you're not seeing any new demon wedges, start working on ascending your characters and weapons. One thing to note is that it is only ascension that gives experience, and not levels, so it's totally okay to save yourself some farming by leaving your characters unleveled, as well as not leveling their skills. You might notice as well that characters' introns and weapon smelts also give experience, however much less than getting a new character or weapon. So, in terms of experience per secret letter clues, going for introns and smelts isn't recommended. While on the topic of weapons, here's my third tip. Don't think about weapons too hard. While at very low level, your weapons are going to be your main source of damage, when you unlock more sanity management demon wedges, you'll quickly come to realize how rarely you actually use your weapons, and how much less damage they deal than your character skills. Your weapons' value will mostly come from their passive, which makes X-Curse Duo some of the best ranged weapons in the game, as they give a simple scale damage boost, which goes a long way. The good thing is that unless you really want to specialize in a weapon build, you don't have to worry about your weapon wedges, or even their level. The bad thing is that it makes ascending your weapons for EXP feel like a waste. On top of that, the quickest way to level up being getting one of every weapon, it can feel a bit like a waste of your clues to grab weapons you know you won't use. My next advice is going to be a little odd, but believe me, it's worth your time. You should fish, at least a little. The fishing shop has a lot of resources in it, and while they are limited in quantities, you don't actually see the whole fishing shop. When you buy out a specific resource, they actually refill in higher quantities a couple times, meaning there is a lot to get from the shop. If you don't know how to get started with fishing, just follow along. Once you unlock fishing through the story, just go to any fishing point in either Purgatory or Island, Ice Lake or the sewers. Then, if you have at least a couple baits left, just start fishing until you exhaust them. If you don't have any, or when you're out of baits, you can get 10 more baits for regular coins in the fishing shop, which you can open in the fishing UI. Once you have a couple fishes, you can click the backpack icon right here to sell your fishes for tokens. Now, just buy as many baits as you can, and you're set. Unless you fish a lot, you shouldn't be running out of baits. I recommend getting at least the first fishing rod upgrade, as it is quite a bit better and for very cheap. Don't forget to equip it before fishing again. On top of all the resources the shop offers you, it is for now the only renewable source of Genimon food. meaning that if you want to be the very best and ascend them all, you're gonna have to go fish a bit. My last piece of advice is definitely going to be the most important one. In fact, if you're going to take away anything from this video, it should be this. Play the game however you want. Whether through in-game chat or on media platforms, a lot of people are going to tell you that you should play in a certain way, play certain characters, use certain wedges, or farm only certain resources. I'm here to tell you that you should only do what's fun to you. If you love the main character and only want to play as them, or if you want to get a character to entrance 6 immediately, do it. If you think skills are lame and want to build a weapon-centered build, please go ahead. Duet Night Abyss is a game with a lot of grinding, and if you're not having fun because you're spending too much time playing optimally, the only thing you're actually optimizing is the fun out of the game. This is mainly a single player game. In fact, co-op is completely optional. You can clear everything on your own, and the hardest content will be single player. So play the game in whatever way you find fun. This is going to be it for today. I'm currently working on a theater guide to unlock Psyche. If there's anything you want to see, please let me know in the comments so I can work on it.